Be me. Melissa, 27. Been with Tyler for 2.5 years now. We share an apartment near the University District. I'm wrapping up my psychology master's. He works as a carpenter at some custom furniture shop across town. I've always been crystal clear about my boundaries. Told Tyler from day one, I'm not those girls who melt into their boyfriend's identity. My thesis is on relationship power dynamics. Yeah, I see the irony. I'm also a research assistant and I volunteer at this women's advocacy center twice a week. My world doesn't orbit some man. When we first started dating, Tyler was honestly kind of smothering. Always planning movie nights, asking if I wanted to come see him and his buddy Evan work on projects at Evan's workshop. Inviting me to cabin weekends with his crew. Went along a few times early on. You know, supportive girlfriend energy. But sitting in some dusty workshop, watching guys sand wood planks while they communicate in grunts. Not exactly stimulating conversation. The cabin trips were just them hiking and grilling meat and talking about tools and lumber. Mind-numbing. So I started declining. Around 9 months in, I had to actually have a talk with Tyler. Sat him down and explained that the constant invitations felt like pressure. Told him I needed room to exist. That independence was fundamental to who I am. Told him clinginess is actually unattractive. My friend Sarah had just shared some article about that. Also mentioned his hobbies were kind of adolescent. Like we're approaching 30. Maybe develop some maturity. Tyler handled it surprisingly well. Said he got it. Said he'd back off. And he did. Maybe too well. See, I started canceling more after that. Thesis deadlines, advocacy meetings, self-care evenings with Sarah. Tyler would suggest dinner, and I'd say can't busy with my research methodology. He'd bring up some new cafe, and I'd say maybe next week. Then next week, something else would come up. Sometimes I'd cancel, just because I wasn't feeling it. That's what independence means, right? Not having to justify yourself. After a while, he just stopped proposing things, started accepting more workshop time with Evan, started organizing hiking trips and fishing weekends with the guys. Evan, Marcus, Pete. Without even consulting me first. Which, like, fine, that's what I wanted, right? Space. But lately, it's been kind of extreme. He's at Evan's workshop 4 nights a week now. Comes home with sawdust in his hair looking oddly alive. Like he's having better times there than here. Meanwhile, I'm suffocating under thesis revisions. My advisor's been shredding my chapters. And I actually need Tyler around to, support me. That's what partners are for. Tonight really crystallized it. I'm sitting on our couch. Well, it's basically my couch now. Buried under my textbooks and papers and laptop. Watching Tyler pack his camping gear. He's going on some weekend trip with the guys. Leaving tomorrow at dawn. Won't be back until Sunday evening. So, you're just going? I say, looking up from my screen. Yeah, Tyler says carefully, rolling his sleeping bag. Mentioned it last week. I don't recall that, but whatever. I might have needed you this weekend. He pauses, looks at me. For what? I can't actually form a specific answer. I just have this sense like he should be here. Available in case something arises. I don't know. Just things. Thesis things. Emotional support. You'll be fine, he says, not unkindly. You always are. There's something about how he says it, like he's stating a fact, not trying to comfort me. That infuriates me. Must be great, I say, just abandoning everything to play in the forest with your friends, while I'm here buried in work. Tyler stops packing, looks at me for a long moment. You told me you needed space. That my wanting to be with you was suffocating. That was different, I snap. How? I don't answer. Just return to my laptop. He finishes packing in silence, zips his bag. I'm heading out early, so I probably won't see you before I leave. Whatever I say, not looking up. You going to be okay? Why wouldn't I be? It's not like I need you or anything. He doesn't respond to that. Just says goodnight and goes to bed. I text Sarah. Tyler's ditching me again for his bros. She responds instantly. Ugh, men. They're all emotionally stunted, I swear. That makes me feel somewhat better. Our apartment's a disaster, actually. Well, my half is. My stuff is everywhere. Books, papers, half-empty coffee cups. My laptop on the coffee table surrounded by printed studies. Tyler's stuff is minimal, contained to his corner of the bedroom and his small desk by the window. He's always been irritatingly organized like that. I stay up late working on my thesis, telling myself I'm relieved he's leaving. I need the silence to concentrate. Anyway, I don't need him here. I've been explicit about that from the start. I just wish he'd, I don't know, seem a little more hesitant to leave, maybe. Like he actually cared. Tyler returned Sunday night around 8. I've been seething all weekend. See, my thesis advisor absolutely eviscerated my latest draft on Friday. Sent me feedback that basically suggested I've learned nothing in 2 years, and I wanted Tyler around to unload on. But his phone was barely charged all weekend. He was completely unreachable. And I had to just process it alone. Well, not alone. I called Sarah, but she was at some engagement party and couldn't really talk. So when Tyler walks in looking relaxed and content, smelling like pine trees, wearing this stupid, peaceful smile, I'm already furious. Hey, he says, dropping his bag. How was your weekend? Horrible, I say from the couch. Not that you'd care what happened. My advisor destroyed my thesis. But you wouldn't know that because you were off playing outdoors. He walks over, sits in the chair across from me. I'm sorry that's rough. Want to talk about it? No. You want to talk? Bit late for that. Tyler's quiet for a moment. Melissa, I asked if you'd be okay. You said you didn't need me. I shouldn't have to ask you to be available. You should just know. How am I supposed to know if you don't tell me? I can't articulate it. There just is a way. He should want to be around me, but not in an annoying way. He should be available when I need him, but not smothering when I don't. You're never home anymore, I say. 4 nights a week at Evans, now these weekend trips. I feel like I'm single. You told me repeatedly that I was being too present, that I needed to give you room, that my wanting couple time was unattractive. That was about you being clingy, I snap. Not about you abandoning me. What's the difference? You've been at Sarah's or advocacy meetings like 5 nights a week for the past 6 months. Tyler says, his voice still even. I don't complain about that. That's different, I say. My stuff is important. My thesis matters. The advocacy work is meaningful. I'm creating change. You're just playing with wood. Something shifts in his expression. Right. What, you're upset now? No, he says. I'm tired. I'm going to shower and head to Evans for a bit. He needed help with something. Are you kidding me? I stand up. You just got back. Evan's going through a divorce. He needs support. And I don't. I just told you my advisor destroyed my work. You also just told me you don't need me. That's not. You're twisting my words. Tyler heads to the bathroom without responding. 20 minutes later, he's leaving. And I'm so furious I can barely breathe. I text Sarah. He literally just got back, and he's already going to Evans. Unbelievable. Sarah. Wow. His priorities are completely backwards. Evans probably just as immature. That validates me enough that I do something probably foolish. I drive to Oakwood Tap House. That's where I know they go after workshop time. Tyler mentioned it once. It's this craft beer place downtown. Reclaimed wood tables, industrial lighting, the whole vibe. I walk in around 9:30. Spot them immediately at a corner booth. Tyler, Evan, Marcus, Pete. They're laughing about something, looking loose and comfortable, like Tyler's having the time of his life without me. Tyler sees me. His expression changes. Definite irritation. I walk over trying to appear casual. Hey, thought I'd surprise you. The laughter dies instantly. Evan and Marcus exchange looks. Pete takes a long drink of his beer. Hey, Tyler says flatly. What's up? Nothing, just. I pull up a chair uninvited. Squeeze in next to Tyler. Wanted to see what you guys were up to. You know, since apparently this is more important than being home with me. Dead silence. Just hanging out, Marcus says carefully. Right, I say. Must be nice having time to just hang out. While some of us are actually dealing with real problems, Evan, who's usually friendly to me, goes still. Some of us are dealing with real problems. Melissa? I didn't mean. I just meant work stuff, you know? Adult responsibilities. My wife just left me, Evan says quietly. That real enough for you? My face burns. That's not what I... Tyler stands. Let's go outside. But I just got here. Now. His voice is hard. Outside on the sidewalk. I try to defend myself. I was just trying to be part of your life. You never invite me anymore. You made it very clear you don't want to be part of this, Tyler says. You called my friends immature. You said our hobbies were childish. You've declined every invitation for a year and a half. Because it's boring, Tyler. Sorry I don't find sanding fascinating. Then why are you here? Because you ditched me the second you got home to come here. Evan's wife left him. He's depressed. He needs support. I'm being a good friend. And what about being a good boyfriend? Tyler looks at me for a long moment. I tried that for a year. You told me I was being too available, too needy, too focused on us. So I stopped. Well, maybe you stopped too much. You can't have it both ways, Melissa. He goes back inside. I stand there on the sidewalk, shaking with anger, watching through the window as his friends lean in, clearly discussing me. I drive home, hands tight on the wheel. Text Sarah the whole story. She responds. They sound toxic, honestly. Tyler needs to grow up and prioritize his actual relationship. I screenshot it and almost send it to Tyler. But don't. Week later. Tuesday night. Tyler's making dinner. Pasta with vegetables. Something simple. Casually mentions he's going camping this weekend. This weekend I look up from my laptop. Yeah? Thursday morning through Sunday night. We planned it last month. You didn't ask me. He plates the food. I told you. You said cool and went back to reading. I don't remember that. But it sounds like something I do when I'm deep in thesis mode. Still. Well, I'm telling you now, I'm not okay with it. Tyler brings the plates over. What? 3 days. That's excessive. What if I need you? For what? I don't know. That's not the point. The point is, you should want to be here. Melissa? He sounds tired. We've been over this. No. You've decided we're over it. I don't remember agreeing. He just starts eating. The real explosion comes on Thursday. My parents are having their 35th anniversary dinner next Saturday. Big family event. My aunt's cousins, the whole deal. My mom's been organizing it for months, and obviously Tyler needs to be there. I mention it to Tyler Thursday morning before he leaves for camping. Oh, he says, loading his truck. I can't make that. What do you mean you can't make it? I told Evan I'd help him finish his kitchen cabinets. Next Saturday, all day. He took off work, ordered all the hardware. Are you serious right now? I feel my face heating up. You're choosing Evan over my family. Tyler stops, turns to face me. You're telling me about this 6 days before. Evan asked me 3 weeks ago. It's my parents' anniversary, Tyler. Some stupid cabinets can wait. I made a commitment. And you don't have a commitment to me, to my family. His jaw tightens. You skipped my mom's birthday dinner to go to that rally. That was important. There were critical issues. And you skipped my sister's bridal shower because you had book club. We were discussing feminist theory. It was essential. And last month you canceled the anniversary dinner I planned for us because Sarah had a crisis. That turned out to be her being upset about some guy. She needed me. So does Evan. Tyler says his voice harder than I've heard it. His wife just left him. He's barely sleeping. He's depressed. I'm not abandoning him. So Evan's more important than me, I say. Good to know where I stand. Tyler looks at me for a long moment. Right now? Yeah, he actually needs me. You just want me available in case you decide you need me. Screw you, I say. He gets in his truck and drives away. I'm shaking. I'm so angry. Call my mom immediately expecting sympathy. Tyler can't come to the dinner, I tell her. He's helping his friend with cabinets. Oh, Mom says. Well, that's kind of him. Evan's the one going through the divorce, right? Poor thing. Tyler talks about him sometimes. I freeze. Tyler talks to you? Well, yes, sweetie. He calls every few weeks to check in. Didn't you know? I didn't. I feel strangely betrayed. Like Tyler has this whole connection with my mom I don't know about. When does he call you? Oh, just to chat. See how Dad and I are doing. He's very thoughtful. Right, I say tightly. Well, he won't be at the dinner. That's all right, dear. Family will understand. But I don't want them to understand. I want them on my side. The anniversary dinner is worse than I imagined. I show up solo. My Aunt Karen asks where Tyler is within 5 minutes. He's helping a friend with carpentry, I say, trying to make it sound bad. Oh, Evan. Aunt Karen brightens. The divorce right. How terrible. Well, good for Tyler for being there. That's exactly the kind of man you want. Dependable. My cousin Rachel chimes in. God, I wish David was more like that. He dropped his best friend the second we got serious. It's actually kind of pathetic. Tyler should be here, I say. It's a family event. Aunt Karen gives me this look. Sweetie, you know Tyler. He's probably been planning this for weeks. He's not the type to abandon people. He's abandoning us. Is he? Mom says gently. Or did we not give him much notice? I stare at her. Whose side are you on? There are no sides, honey, Mom says. But she's clearly Team Tyler. I drink too much wine and leave early. Text Sarah. My family's taken his side. They think he's some saint for ditching us. Sarah. They just don't get modern relationships. Older generations are stuck in traditional gender dynamics. I want to believe her. But even I'm starting to wonder if maybe I'm wrong. No. I push the thought away. Tyler's the one being unreasonable. I decide I need to show Tyler what he's missing. My social circle is better. More intellectual, more evolved than his workshop bros. So I organize a game night. Couples game night. I invite my friends, Sarah, my friend Priya and her boyfriend Amit, and Casey and Jordan from my advocacy group. When I tell Tyler about it, Wednesday, he says, sure. Can I invite Evan? Why would you invite Evan to couples game night? Because his wife just left him, and he probably shouldn't be isolated. I want to say no, but I can't without sounding terrible. Fine, but this is my thing. Friday night. I've set everything up. Charcuterie, wine, string lights, games ready. Evan shows up with Tyler, looking exhausted. He thanks me for including him. The first hour is okay. Then Priya starts. It's so refreshing being around couples who understand emotional labor distribution. Casey nods. Deconstructing traditional masculinity is so important. Evan gets quieter. We play cards against humanity. Evan's humor is dark, divorce jokes, bitter sarcasm. My friends react with tight smiles. Then Evan plays a dark card about lawyers and laughs bitterly. Jordan recoils. That's kind of an inappropriate way to process trauma. Dead silence. Jake stands. We're leaving. The game's not done. I start. Evan, let's go. Tyler's voice is ice. They leave. My friends immediately dissect it. Was it something we said? Some people aren't emotionally ready? Sarah. Men and their feelings. Classic. I agree outwardly. But something feels wrong. Tuesday, I decide to do something nice. Bring Tyler lunch at work. I show up at his shop at 12:30 with sandwiches. The receptionist, Amy, says he's in the break room. I walk in. Tyler's with co-workers eating meal prep, laughing. He sees me. The laugh dies. Hey, he says. What's up? I hold up the bag. Brought you lunch. Oh, he points to his container. I already ate. His co-workers excuse themselves. I was trying to do something nice, I say. You could have texted first. I wanted to surprise you. Melissa. He looks exhausted. I'm at work. I leave, humiliated. Amy gives me this knowing look. I meet Sarah for coffee. Explain everything. Sarah stirs her latte. Good for you for not letting him prioritize his bros. You deserve someone who makes you the center of their world. I don't need to be the center. Yes, you do, Sarah interrupts. That's what relationships are. If he can't handle an independent woman who also wants attention, that's his problem. I nod. But the validation feels hollow. That night, I journal. I'm trying so hard, and Tyler doesn't see it. Maybe he's not mature enough for someone who has her own life. If he can't appreciate me wanting both, independence and connection. That's on him. I don't write about canceling on him for 2 years, or calling his hobbies stupid, or pushing him away constantly. I'm the victim here, Saturday afternoon. Tyler's at the workshop all day. I'm reading my journal entries, getting more convinced I'm right. Screw it. I'm going to Evan's workshop. I drive there. Small house, working-class neighborhood. Workshop door open. I walk up. Hear voices. Step inside. They're not working. They're sitting on old stools, beers in hand. Evan's talking. Her lawyer sent the papers on our wedding anniversary. Marcus, that's brutal. Pete, you holding up? Evan, Tyler's been keeping me sane, honestly. Tyler notices me. His whole body tenses. Melissa, what are you doing here? I wanted to see what you actually do here. It's not some man cave. It's just friends supporting each other. Evan speaks. Tyler talks about you a lot. Does he? Yeah, he cares about you. We keep telling him he should probably. He stops. Should what? Nobody answers. But I know. They think he should leave me. Tyler. I say, throat tight. Can we talk? Outside in the driveway? I try to start an argument. What do you actually want, Melissa? I want you to care about us. I did care, he says quietly. For 2 years, I cared. While you told me I was too available, too interested in us, too focused on you. So I built a life with other support. And now you're mad I did what you asked. You canceled on me constantly. You called my hobbies stupid. You said I was needy. So I stopped. But I didn't mean permanently. Then what did you mean? I can't answer. These guys let me show up for them. They don't criticize me. They just appreciate me. And I don't. I don't think you know what you want me to be. He's staying at Evan's tonight. Needs space. Doesn't break up with me. Just leaves. I drive home crying. Journal. Tyler doesn't understand modern relationships. He wants someone without her own life. I've been clear about needing independence, and he's punishing me for it. Maybe he's not mature enough. My hand shakes. I think about Evan saying Tyler keeps him sane, about Mom saying Tyler calls to check in, about how he looks happier without me. I write I deserve someone who can handle my complexity. Phone buzzes. Sarah. How'd it go? Did you tell him off? I stare at it. Don't respond. Close my journal. The last line stares up. I deserve someone who can handle my complexity. I almost believe it. Almost.